Hello, 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 indeed. Welcome to Escape from Jurassic Planet again. Oh look, I've disabled. I've been fiddling with the Nether, getting the Nether set up properly. And so I've removed some of the Natura stuff and kept other bits of it, but I'm using a different mod to do the Nether now. I just wanted a bit more variety, and that is because the Nether is going to be the source of things we need. So we looked last time at building a stargate, so we'll do that now. And we noticed that the ingredients needed Naquadar, which we found, but also Eyes of Ender and Ender Pearls. Now, we know that Endermen don't appear in this overworld. So I've extended that so they don't actually appear anywhere in the Nether either, but in the Nether is a source of, I can't remember, either pearls or eyes, I forget. And there's also another source I've put in of pearls or eyes, again I forget, and I've removed the crafting recipe to craft one into the other. So you need to use both sources to get them. I won't spoil what that is at the moment, but we do know now that we can get, it seems very dark, video settings, brightness 70, why is it so dark? Don't know. But we know that we can get what we need. Let's just set the time to time set set naught. So we know what we need to make the various Stargate components. So I'm just going to bring up a quick instruction on how to do a Stargate, and I'll be right back. Right, so I'm back, and allegedly, we just kind of build this thing. It's a 5x5 ring. So let's start off by making. Oh, by the way, the pearls and Eyes of Ender, there will be some kind of task line or something to prompt you to go and discover that they exist. I haven't quite worked out how to do that, but certainly there'll be something. Bear with me a second. Excuse me, sneezing. Right, where are we going to put it? Let's put it over here. There's space over here. So what is it? This is a base. So I think one goes in the middle like that. Then we have a ring block there. And again, we can make all of this. It's cool. And we have a chevron block there. Oh no, that's not a chevron block, is it? There we go. These are all textured. I love these textures. So this is because I've got a texture pack going for these for Stargate Craft, and it's really nice. It's way nicer than the vanilla blocks, so I recommend that. Ring block, chevron, ring, chevron. Now that, look at that! It's gone into a circle. So clearly that was right. Hey, that's awesome. So that's the Stargate. And then we need a Stargate controller, apparently. How do we get a Stargate controller though? Let's see if we can controller. What's a Stargate controller? Oh, hang on. Stargate controller. That. Oh, but how do we get one of them? I didn't look at that, did I? So this is made of another ender pearl. Fine, we've got there buttons, an obsidian, and a controller crystal. How do we get a crystal? Orange dye, redstone, and a dye. Okay, yeah, we can get that. That's cool. That's fine. So then we need one of them. What do we do with that? Do we just put it... Oh god. So the Stargate controller should be placed facing the front of the Stargate within 5 blocks of the bottom ring either on the same... What does all of this mean? Why is it so complicated? So does it mean we put it there? Is that what this is saying? I'm going to put it in the middle. There we go. Right, so there we've put down a Stargate controller. I will link to the instructions in the description of this video so you can see what I'm reading. It's not the best thing, but it might be right. If the controller is properly linked, the central button will be orange. Yeah, that looks orange. So over here, is it not orange? Ah, yes. Fine, okay. So if it's within range, the middle button is orange. And if it's out of range, the middle button is white. So this one's within range, good. Right-clicking on the top will bring up GUI for entering a Stargate address. Okay, but how... Is that the case? No, there is no Stargate there. Oh, so how do you find the addresses for these things? A Stargate addressing. To find out the address of a Stargate, click somewhere on the ring. Ah, okay, fine. So that's this address of this one. So to connect to a Stargate in another dimension, you need to dial the full 9-character address. Ah! Okay, so at the moment we can only use this to jump around gates in our own dimension. So it's like a teleporter within this world. So I guess we could have one down in the caves. And then we'd... Ah, so we can only travel. So once we go to other planets, it might be an idea to put down... Let's test it in this dimension first. Let's have a go. So, just for concept, let's pop down another Stargate out here and see if we can teleport between them. Right, let's put... Where should we go? Here we go. Now, how did we build the blooming thing? We had a base block there. And a ring... Oh, no, not that. A ring, and a ring, and a chevron, and a chevron, and a ring, and a ring. Oops, a chevron. Oops. No, 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 no. Oh, ring, and a ring, and a chevron, and a chevron, and a ring, and a ring, and a chevron, and a chevron, and a ring, and a ring, and a chevron. Right, there we go. Let's just cover this over so we don't get confused. And then we had a controller, and we put that down sort of like that. Right. So the address of that Stargate is this. Why? Let me write this down. So if I open just a notepad file up and write down YAST Q070J, that's the address of this one. So then if I go back, I don't know why it's so dark. Oh god. That better not be coming anywhere near where I live. Eek, that's just there. Ah! Well, hopefully... Don't okay, a bit close for comfort. Right, anyway, so if I go into here, and then, what do I do? Go here. How do I type in? So you can actually type letters on the keyboard, it says. So if I go Y, hey, Q07, get out of the way. Stargate has insufficient energy. Ugh. Oh god, look, the meteor destroys. Oh god, it destroys iron. It's a powerful meteor. Right. So how do I power a Stargate then? Powering Stargates. They run on Naquadar. Of course they do. We need a lot of Naquadar. How do we do this? Open the fuel interface by right-clicking on the grey panel at the bottom. Ah, look, there's you got fuel. So, Naquadar. What do we use? We use that. Maybe. Oops. Let's put a stack of that. Okay, well, there we go. That's a lot of power. Now can I use it? YT. What's it doing? What's it doing? Oh, it didn't do anything. Why didn't it do anything? Is it doing something? Oh god, it's still doing something. What's it doing? Oh, it's lighting up the sides. Okay, so it's gradually fueling the thing up, I think. It's gradually lighting up the chevrons, so I presume the next one will be that one. Is that gonna light up? Yes. Okay, so we just got to be patient about this. It's slow, isn't it? Next one. I assume. Why is it working? Clicking. Yeah, there's that one. Oh, it's gonna kill me. I was scared. I don't know what it's gonna do. So it talks about having to shut the Stargate. Oh god, what's it doing? And it was shutting automatically and stuff. So there's only 2 chevrons left, we're nearly there. So I guess what we'd have to do is to take these to, if we wanted to use them, we'd have to take them to other dimensions and use them. It's quite cumbersome, isn't it? It's quite annoying. So this is the other option from flying everywhere in a space rocket, but maybe it's just easier to fly everywhere in a space rocket. Ah, there's that one. Hang on, I'm just reading my text. So in order to go to another dimension, like a planet, then it needs a chevron upgrade. Oh god. Now what's it doing? Is it ready? Oh my goodness. Is it done? Is it done? There's one down there. Can I go through it? Let's go through it. Let's see what happens. Hey! Look at that. That's cool. Oh. Why can't I go back? What's its problem? Why is it one way? No, I don't like all this open stuff here. But why didn't that let me go back through? So that just didn't do anything. Right, let's go back through here. See if that Right, well that works. Why can't I go back? Why can't I go back? Do I need to connect the other side to it as well? Let's have a go. Let's see, are they just one way? So if I remember this one, this is OASOL6CX4. So if I go to the other one and then type that, does that work? Do I need to kind of configure them both? So OAS. Oh, why isn't it working? Why isn't it doing anything? Why can't I go back? Oh, flipping heck. Stargate controller. Let's put that back. Why doesn't it work? How'd you go back through a Stargate? Doesn't you walk through it? Oh, it's because it's not fueled. Oops. Yeah, it's because it's not fueled, isn't it? So I would also need a pile of aqueduct at this end. Is that right? Is that what won't work? Now can I go through? No. How does this bloody thing work? Oh. What's it doing? Oh, it's turned off. Okay. It turned on? What's it doing? Oh, you stupid thing! No. You gotta click at the bottom and put this in there. Right, well, why doesn't it work? Why doesn't it work? Why doesn't it do anything? Let's try this again. Why have I got holes in this? Why doesn't it do anything? Okay, so that's the chevron starting. I mean, is it doing it there as well? Yeah, that's starting as well. Right, I don't understand why I can't go back through it. It's really odd. Okay, I'm going to do a bit of reading while this is going. I'm back in a minute. Right, it's because I've got two Stargates in the same chunk. I think. Maybe further away. Let's get rid of this. It's only a bit further away. Let's go down here. Right, let's put it down here. So we've got a base block there, a ring block. Oh, no, not that. Where is it? Chevron there. Ring. Chevron. Ring. Chevron. Ring. Chevron. Right. Then we need a controller. Go there. We need an address, which is gonna be IF. Is that an I or a 1? I think it's a 1. 1F3D. 1F3D 41JTY. Right. So where's my... There it is. I wonder where my base was. If I put that in to this now, one let's see how that goes. Oh, we've got to go and power the other one, haven't we? Let's go and give it some naquada. I'm a bit puzzled by all of this. Alright, there we go. Let's see how that's getting on. So it's certainly more than a chunk away now. Oh, there we go. Right, I shall return when that is when that's done its thing. So while I'm waiting for this, in order to connect to other dimensions, you need a Stargate chevron upgrade apparently. So let's just check which is one of these things. Let's check what that's made of. So more ender pearls, naquada, glowstone, and rest. Alright, we can make that. That's cool. And it says you sort of have it in your hand. And you shift right click on the Stargate whilst holding it. There we go. And let's do it on the one down there as well. Where's it? There. So there we go. So they've been upgraded. And allegedly then you can do interdimensional travel, which is puts in the last two characters of these words that we've been doing. And then it says you can also put an iris upgrade in to stop things just walking through it from elsewhere. Kind of makes sense. So we need the blades and then some redstone. The blades are made of iron and charcoal. Okay, that's nothing particularly onerous. And then you open it and close it with redstone signal. Fine, we can worry about that. I'm sure we can go and look at some Stargate videos to see how that bit works. Right, that apparently is all we need to worry about. Let's see what this does when it gets to the top. So I don't know why we've got 3 chevrons empty there. I just want to be able to walk backwards and forwards through it. Oh, apparently it says when you open it, it's very dangerous. It says don't open a Stargate when it's got an open connection, because it explodes. Well, we can discover that. That's cool. Is that it? Is that it? Are we done? No, it's still whirring and clicking away. Oh. Any more? It's slow, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Right, so it says don't do anything until that's stabilised. So we assume that's stabilised. So does that mean I can walk through this? No, it didn't do anything. Oh, hang on. Right, so now we're down here. All good. All good. Good. Can we walk back though? This was the issue. Why can't we go back through it? Why can't I go back through a Stargate? What's the matter with it? What's the matter? Is it that this hasn't got... I can't type anything into that. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. What the hell? So, go back to here. So I'm walking to this one. Right, and that spits me out over here. That's what we expect. But then when I go over here, walk through it, I just walk through, nothing happens. Why? Why? Why not? Why are they just one way? It doesn't make any sense. Can I... Oh god. Now can I walk through it? No, nothing happens. If I open it... Oh, I can't type anything. Click on the button. Doesn't work. Okay, I'm really puzzled. I'm really puzzled by that. It just don't work. So you can go one way, but then going the other way does nothing. Oh god, that's turned off. Why is that turned off? Do I need to type it in? Well, Right, I'm going to try and read about why you can't go back. Back in a minute. Right, finally back. So after fiddling with the configs in the files, which I don't really know what I'm doing, I think I've got it working. So I've had to smash the Stargate and replace it with another one with a different address because I don't know what I was doing. But anyway, now you can go through it and you go out here. Move out here, all good. And then if we go back through this Stargate, yeah, let's go that way. Takes a little time. But it does work. It does let me back in. I don't know why there's a bit of lag there. It's a bit odd. But it works. It works. We can work that out. The only other thing, quickly to show you, is about my dinosaur. So, oh look, we got holes. So I expanded its pen a bit while I was waiting for the Stargate to end. It didn't take long. And I've put down a feeder, which is another aspect of the thing. So this is a feeder. They're quite easy to make. And you fill them with food. And then the monster can feed itself. If you right click with this Dinopedia, it tells you how it is, it tells you how hungry it is. So hunger, I think it's not hungry, I'm not sure. These are all the things it can eat. I don't know why it's in such a bad mood. Anyway, there we go. So there's a monster in there that's now got a feeder, and I've got to remember to keep the feeder stocked. It does take a lot of food to feed these things. So it's going to be quite challenging to get the amount of food we need to feed the carnivorous dinosaurs. But we'll see. I'm going to stop there because that's all I really wanted to do was to check whether the Stargate worked. So I guess what we'd do is we'd set up one in the base here. Then as we go after the Dokucraft planets, we carry enough to make the Stargate and the Iris. And we just dump it on each of the planets that we want to go to. So we can then not have to use lots of silica and all the rest of it to go to the planets. I don't know why it takes so long, to come through. But it does work. So all good. I hope that was enjoyable. And I hope you enjoyed the tree goats at the back through all of this. I don't know what he's been doing there, just looking into the sunset. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I will catch you soon. Bye-bye.